Sure, yeah.
Like, keep on! Like, shoot right off. Like,
Are you Rick?
And you asked what Christopher. And I said to him, I was like, thank you so much. I'm just a breaker. Thank you. I'm kind. I know.
Oh yeah.
Really cool.
You guys said that life feeds on no rush. I'm just
Life is
warming up to sharing them. That'd be awesome.
All right, we're live.
We're not starting yet.
Not starting, but live. Now I don't have my phone in.
Phone's charging.
Yeah, I added like
Nah, I just did that. Yeah.
or even the I do too. I like to just kind of.
For some reason, I was like, it's there, it's fine. But yeah, for some reason, the tower was like very.
So apparently there's painting up here that's being mixed with flour to create a texture. Apparently that's the thing.
I gotta look back. Oh, yeah, no, I gotta look back. The clem, yeah. No, I was actually, I went to see it alone because no one wanted to go. I was like, exactly. So and it's really cool because they have a bike share system, and I actually there's like bike across the end and then like going, and as I was like, there's like sort of yeah, it's like
Hey guys, I'm gonna take off.
Oh, really nice
Tired.
seeing you.
Yeah, yeah.
Have a great night.
Yeah,
Oh,
see
you're
you.
getting out.
Yeah. Sleepy.
I finally come back.
Sure. Yeah, this is my passport.
Okay, so it's just nice. That's good.
Have a good night.
yeah, exactly. I can shower every day. It's not because it's a good idea. But I was gonna say, yeah, it's insane. And then like,
All these people flowing class. But then they were.
yeah, it was fun. Oh yeah, no, that's right. I actually like to buy things if I could avoid it. So
Is the camera frozen?
Do you like thrift everything then? I'm curious. So you just go buy things?
This is a little bit embarrassing, but I steal a lot of things from my exes.
I was gonna say we're live, so
We are live.
I mean, it's not from. There's a mask on.
Oh, yeah, no, just making sure that you, yeah, no.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I'm aware, but I appreciate that.
Great, thank you so from big corporations and your ex.
Exactly. It could be both.
I love you
Just don't
guys.
steal from people that you like.
Also, I feel like I've been really sick of this kind of weird, but I'm really lucky that the people I did have like pretty decent relationships. And exactly. And a lot of them share the same shoe size.
Literally so.
Like the pants that these came from. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, this I did recognize. Also, I think this is like a Christmas gift. Yeah. That's
Hello?
Hello.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Are there people in the back? Who is that talking? Matthias. Can you guys hear me? If you could, it would help us a lot if you could open up your phone and then click share on the link. We got 7 people with us for the auction. There's about, I don't know,
We have 11 people right
11
now.
people here. We need more people than that. So if you could click share, that would be good. Actually, we're doing way better than I hoped for tonight. I thought tonight would be 4.
You guys are awesome.
So thank you for that. It's been pretty nice, and I'm glad that everybody's so nice
Really
about it,
nice.
and things went really well. And
Yeah.
thanks to Chelsea who guarded the door all night. Take one on the chin for the team.
I love hearing, I'd love to give you a button. Can I say that? I was like, yes. So good. You're really good with people.
Where's the camera? Okay, that needs to be fixed.
Yeah, it's way over there.
Can you point it back this way?
No, the place where I work makes them,
Oh,
and,
listen.
Not like
nobody
that.
It
wanted
swivels.
stuff, and I was like, I'm taking
Jesus.
it home.
That's valid.
They're
Yeah,
very
it swivels.
tasty.
There you go. Thank you. And then can you tip it up a bit?
First Street Market.
More?
There's
Yeah, no, that's good.
cafe there
That's
called Corner.
Okay, so here we go. Here's the first part. You guys listening?
Listen,
This is the only copy that we're going to auction off of this. It's called Rumble House, My Idea of Funny. Oh, you got to turn it off, yeah. And it is a vinyl record of Jess and I singing, mostly in sped up pitch. Also, you'll hear a lot of the flapping that is my puppet. So my puppet actually makes a bit of noise when his beat clamps. And there are, how many are there? 10 songs on this 10-inch. And we really would like you to have a record player if you're going to bid on it, because yes, it'll make an awesome collector's piece. But also, it'd be sad if it went to somebody that didn't have a record player.
Because there's only 5 printed.
Well, there's only 5 in existence, and there will only be 5 of these. And
Limited edition.
How much is it?
well, to print, or how much is this?
How much is that?
I'm auctioning one off. So the other ones are going to like family members, and then it will never be heard anywhere but the owner of this, essentially. So Felix gets a copy because he's saying, Jess and I are keeping a copy for here at the gallery to torture you with. We'll have a copy in our house. And then my cousin's nephew, who's an audiophile, gets one. And then we have one more that we have. So basically, they're all accounted for, but this. And then there will never be another. However, this is kind of funny. Did I tell you guys that I had a book? So I sent the audio file of my book to the same place, and I have 2 copies of my book going on vinyl. One we're going to keep, and the other one we're going to gift. But my book finally landed on audible.com, and that was actually a milestone for me because I just assumed my reading was too bad that it wouldn't end up on audible.com. My publisher kept assuring me that it was accepted and just waiting to go up, but I was like, no, they're going to find a fault in my reading. And on the weekend, it finally dropped to audible.com, which was pretty amazing.
Woo!
Did you download it? Yeah.
Yeah,
And then, so you heard Jess, have you heard it yet?
I haven't yet. I want to like dedicate.
So Jess sings
It's
on
nice
it, which
because
is
it's
even
like
nicer,
not
yeah.
too long too.
Yeah.
So it's like an hour and
It's like an
12
hour.
I know,
minutes.
like I just need an hour and a half from doing nothing.
Totally,
Like, I
yeah.
just want to sit there
And
just listen to it.
I love that idea.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we ordered this record in April, May, June, July, August, September. So it takes about 6 months for them to actually get you the records. I'd like to start the bidding. Do you remember what these cost to make?
I think it was around $50.
Yeah, it's about $50 a record for us to print. So we're prepared to lose money on this one, so long as you promise to listen to it and torment your neighbors. So the opening bid for this, I'll start it at $25, which is half the cost of forget about my soul, putting my soul into this. Half the cost of having, what do you say, cutting the vinyl. Opening bid for this record is $25. Do we have anybody online?
It's only like 9 people.
12 people.
Yeah.
No, this is how we roll. It's like, if you
Dusty
don't-
just bid $100 on the record.
Bam!
Dusty!
Dusty,
It's 50.
can you confirm that you have a record player, Dusty? Doesn't matter if she's willing to buy $100 record. We'll give her a record player to go with it.
That is so sweet. Yeah, right? Thank you, Dusty. That's so sweet.
$100 going once.
So this is like I was looking at the pictures on the back, and it's like so cute because this is like
It is a real
Our-
album.
our
It actually works
COVID
on the.
COVID experience was like documented on this
Yeah.
vinyl because we had just come to the gallery and we
And Ryan was so supportive. Actually, as far as I know, Ryan's the only one that likes my singing. But I've never sang in my entire life. Never, ever, ever. And then what happened was COVID came, and we needed little bathroom breaks while we're doing the online. And like, God, I could make 5 movies, and Jess would still leave the camera on for 20 minutes while she went to go find paintings. But the theory was we'd make these little videos, and then if she had to go to the bathroom or something, she could play them. So I was like, we made commercials for people and all kinds of things. And then if we didn't readily have content ready that people needed shared, I would do like the cheesy karaoke recordings with my puppet. And what I realized is I can sing with my puppet. I can even hit the notes sometimes, which is funny. Without my puppet, I can't sing. But so $100 going once, $100 going twice, $100 sold to Dusty.
I'll put the
Is that the one that was on
Yeah,
there?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like so.
I'll put the time down. So there's 10 minutes.
Yeah.
9:08.
And there's 2 copies here. This one copy that we're
We're gonna
selling
take home to
is the
clean.
one we played because it works, and the
Yeah.
other record needs to be cleaned. 'Cause
Yeah,
it skips
so
a little bit.
that's the one, Dusty. We're giving you the one that was playing really nicely.
That was fun.
Oh, thank you. Okay, it's like really fun. Okay, that's good. Here we go. Putting this here.
It's pretty intimate too. The other amazing thing is, so to record the audiobook, we had to like build a tent and reinforce sound and become sound engineers. And and actually, it's funny. I was just listening to a Stephen King book, which I'm not bragging about, but it was super fun. And then I was listening to the Stephen King book for the first time, trying to see if there was a hiss in the background. There's actually a worse hiss in the Stephen King audiobook that I just listened to than the one I recorded. So to me, when I listened to I could hear the trains and the ground shaking because there was nothing I could do when the ground started shaking in the gallery because the trains run by. But I was actually really surprised at the quality of sound engineering for our audiobook. And then when that hits the vinyl, I think it'll be really good because this record was actually recorded on a phone from across the room, and we're primarily worried about the puppets.
I love that you can hear the clacking of your puppet in
Yeah,
it. Like,
you can actually really hear the inside sounds of Rumble House on the records. We were listening to it as soon as we got home, and it was pretty nice.
and sometimes Felix is like, "What did you say?" And then we're like, "We're recording!" And,
Recording.
and it's so cute.
Sorry, Dad. Also, do you guys know the story of Richard Poopman? So Richard Poopman gave me like 2,000 signs
That's
from
a
his
really
campaign.
funny segue.
And then he wanted them back, so I had to pick them up, and then we gave them away. So I was using, and by the way, those signs that they use for politics are terrible. They can't be reused for anything. And so we've dropped off and picked up and dropped off and picked up Richard Pootman's signs, I think, 3 or 4 times. And then because he was running again, my son was on a field trip, and when he was out on the bus, he had his phone in his hand, and he was quickly enough able to take pictures of a Richard Pootman sign. He's like, "Hey, Dad, Pootman's back." And then he also caught the one sign where they changed the poot to a P, so it's Poopman. But I thought that was pretty funny for a grade 4 to be that astute that he could recognize the sign and take a picture. I'm going to just check my zippers down. Yes. All right.
So
What's our next piece?
yeah, nice to see you, Ryan. So people were asking where else could we get the record?
Nowhere.
I said this
That
one
was
is
it?
currently at $100 to Dusty,
Oh,
and
did we time it out?
there's only there's still a few minutes left,
How many minutes are
and
left?
then there's only 4 other ones in existence.
There's 4 other in existence,
7
but
minutes left?
they're accounted for. So we talk about this sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, oh, buy it today or never. But this
Yeah.
this is the only one we're selling.
Yay!
Absolutely one of a kind. Title of the album is Rumble House, My Idea of Funny. I'll read you the songs. One of these is wrong because I Got You, Babe, In Spite of Ourselves, God Only Knows, Anytime, Girl from North Country. That's actually a really good one. Under Pressure didn't make it on the album because we were doing some last minute cuts. For What It's Worth, I Am Superman. And
No, we put on the wrong one, so it's actually
that's what I just said.
God Only Knows instead of Under Pressure. So there's 2 God
Right,
Only Knows.
that's what I just said.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay.
I was looking at this painting and I got distracted.
Okay, so no, you can't buy other copies of this. And I'm not really sure if anyone should.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty cute.
Okay.
Opening bid for the cactus.
$30.
Cacti, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do I have a bid for $30?
Not currently, but that is the opening bid. This is by Viviana Pacheco.
We do have 13 people online, so I'd like to thank anybody that did
Yay!
share the link.
Yeah, there's
Sprinkles.
rhinestone cacti, and then we were saying
It's a rhinestone
Yes.
cacti. See,
See, you
Now
and
I'm
Ryan are
sorry.
both the ones that sang that after I said that. So you and
Yeah.
Ryan have this tie.
Ryan is the reason this album exists, actually, because every time I recorded another puppet song, Ryan would freak out with his positive energy, and everybody else would kind of wince, like maybe you shouldn't do that. And I just kept going, and he kept going. So Ryan kept me going through the record recording process.
Yay!
I'm
Actually,
good for that.
Ryan has a $33 bid on this other piece, so I'm just getting it out for you. I know, I'm awkwardly standing behind you. Don't do that. That's not funny. This is heavy.
Yeah, thanks.
$33 opening bid to
And
Ryan.
you can put it on your bathroom floor.
Or bathroom backsplash.
$33.
Who's that piece by?
Viviana.
Viviana.
That's Viviana too.
Yeah.
Does it have a name?
Sunny.
Where I want to be.
Yeah. Sunny.
For what it's worth.
So cool.
And so it has a bid for $33.
$33 to Ryan.
I got a weird feeling about how tonight's gonna go.
Yep.
Thank you, Jason Kenny. $33 going once. $33 going
There's
twice.
15 people. We're doing good.
$33 going 3 times and sold.
Viviana. Yay! Ryan.
So quiet.
You got 10 minutes if you're.
Yes!
Use like a studio audience.
Nice.
Sandra, twice I looked at your pink shoes and thought you were wearing a pair of feet.
No bare feet.
Thank you, Mel.
Got it?
Can
Yes.
I do my prints?
Yeah.
Are you coming up? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll get my mask back on.
Yay, big round of applause! I'll get this for you too. I'll get the bottom.
Watch us have a-
It
Where
looks
did you
just
go?
really.
Where did you go this late to get a big hit? Like, that's another question. Like, there's so many.
I know, I was like.
And loophole? Did they have baguettes at loophole?
No, they're from the-
I wanna-
Okay, do you want to scooch over? And should we put that down on the floor or should we?
Papers are closed.
Okay.
I'm gonna show you. I'm just putting the paper there.
Cool.
Okay.
That's actually so
Sure,
awesome.
because I'm short.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I love that.
All right. See, now it's perfect height for the shorty in the room. All right.
Hey,
So
Sandra's up here now.
my
I actually got it.
this is my like.
Matthias, I'm gonna spank you.
Hey.
Sorry.
This is my date to myself night. I don't know if you knew that.
Yay!
So this is why I come on Wednesdays, because I promised myself that I'd give myself a date. But I guess I love coming here, guys. And when I was growing up, I had a pretty strict family, and I wanted to go to design school, but my dad said no. There was no money in that, and that I was too smart, and I don't know really what that means, but. I was the only one in my whole family to go to university, like my whole family and my dad's entire family. So I guess that's a big positive. But whenever I come here, I just like feel so inspired, especially by all the students and all these wonderfully creative people who have done this. So I feel inspired by you, and I've tried to take as many courses as I could as I got older. So this was one of my courses, and it was a lino print course, and I got to go to this Educators Institute at ACAD, and I was so stoked. I was so excited. So anyway, there's 2 prints here. They're my first type of lino cut. This one's a Hamsa, and I've called it Protect Me. It's the number 2 of 15, and this is the Buddha, and it's called Stillness, and it's number 7 of 15. So I only pulled that many, and I really would like to honor Jess and Rich and give them all the proceeds that go with this. So it's not for me, it's for them. So they're like my Buddha and my Hamsa.
I bid $1,000.
They're my protection and my stillness. So I love you guys to bits, and I love everybody here. You guys just make me, like I said to Jess, I was very emotional leaving last week. It wasn't a bad emotional. It was just like overwhelmed with emotion because I was so happy to see everyone, and I don't know, everyone's so kind here. So these are, you can, and I love that. So you guys are my date night, and I love it. And we have 10 for one or 20 for both of them, I guess, is my opening, and it's all going to Rich and Jess and their beautifulness. So yeah, so
I
they were
just
like,
did 20 for both.
20 for both?
What's wrong with you? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Welcome to 50.
They're so beautiful. Thank you.
They're beautiful. I was just teasing. I'm not funny. Oh, you have
Or the
nice
people
shoulders.
online could outbid me, but there is a serious leg.
Is there?
Good.
I'm gonna check.
That's
It's a good 3 minutes.
So someone bid
We do have a $40 bid for Viviana's piece as well.
$40 on
No,
the
the
beach.
beach.
On the beach. I'll put them here.
Want to hear a funny story about the word beach?
Thank you.
Always.
So Felix, for some reason, when he was a little baby, even though he couldn't read, could hear all the phonetics of every vowel. So any word that had more than one vowel together, he would hear these words and he would speak them. So for instance, beach was pronounced biatch. And so there he was, 3 years old, and we went to Sylvan Lake, and all day we're trying to get ice cream, and he's like, "Are we going back to the biatch?" And it was like, beach, that's beach, son. And actually, the other thing is when you have a little guy, you just laugh when they do that until they do it in public. You're like, no, it's called beach. And it worse. I was worse with Oliver. When Oliver was little, he used to say flums instead of thumbs. And here's how stupid I was. I thought it was so cute. Rather than trying to teach him how to say, we all just changed it to flums. So not only was he saying flums, but we started saying flums.
Right? I'll tell you a funny story when we're not on camera. I know I've got some feels like
Oh, did I?
Couple of dings.
Oh, Gina bid 25 each for the Buddha and the Hamsa.
25 each.
Yeah, 25
Whoa.
each.
Wait, they're going separately or together?
either or.
Well, they were going separately, and now they're like 25.50 for together.
So you can 25 each. So you can bid on
That went up fast.
Wow.
There you go.
Yeah.
Can we put up
All for you
the
guys.
tank? Kelly asks.
you know.
Yeah, I know, that's why I like.
Kelly would like
Start
the
making
tank
money
up.
till 2 weeks from
What's
now.
the tank?
The turtle.
The turtle.
I can grab it for you.
I would also like. Is Elok still here? Or did he go home?
You
He
went home.
went home, but I can check outside really quick.
I'm pretty sure it's all.
That kind of makes sense.
Tell Gina those are on paper so she can't put them in her garden.
That was good.
Oh no, that's Georgia.
Sam, right?
Yeah, I know.
Never mind.
Yeah, I just had a thought. Here's my new thought.
I
You
love that
ready?
you're looking out for everybody.
You guys listening to my thought?
Yeah.
Okay. I forgot. Okay. Sandra, would you mind coming up and holding Alox's piece?
Yes, I can hold him up. I love it.
And it's
I
good.
need
There's a
$100
shirt for the wire.
Can you talk about this?
Yes. All right. So here, can you see? Here, maybe. I'm so sorry. There, yeah, you're so good. Awesome.
Is it double max?
Oh,
So, this is by Alox. I really love the layers in the background and the figure. And it's on a frame. It's a framed piece that he painted over the edges of the beautiful frame too. And there's like wire for hanging, and Rich has the black light going. Awesome. So opening is $100 for this amazing piece. Michelle said, protection and stillness, how beautiful. They're talking about your piece.
Edgy. And it comes with a t-shirt.
So you don't cut your hand on the wire.
This way.
Do you have a
Awesome.
t-shirt?
Yeah, it's on the back. Oh, I thought
Is
that
it a
was.
surprise t-shirt?
Oh, I thought it was to hold it.
What do you mean?
Look, it helps hold it.
I thought it was. I think it's a t-shirt.
Careful your hands.
I got it.
Is this my t-shirt?
Does he want to get it printed,
I will have to find out the story about.
or
the
was it
t-shirt.
actually to?
Oh, I have no idea.
Alox is awesome. Okay.
Maybe he can message you the deets.
Yeah, totally. So, okay, so the opening is $100 on this one, so we'll keep it open. There's 14 people watching right now. If anyone wants to bid, please text 403-629-7424. Thank you, Sandy, for holding it. All right, so currently Sandra's pieces are at $50 for both to Gina. And Tavis bid $40 on The Beach Scene by Viviana. And Dusty still has the record at $100. So I think those early ones are getting timed out. And
Yeah, the record's
timed out. Perfect. Okay. So thank you. And thank you, Dusty, for posting the discussion so people can look at the artwork. And okay, here we go. Oh, do you want to sell the little drawing by Alox?
Sure.
I don't know.
So funny. Okay. So this is a painting of Jessica playing the horn, all the magic coming out, and I am told that I am the angel in the corner. And
Which is actually how it works.
yeah, and something we've asked in the past is does Alox care if you color his work? And he does not mind if you color it. He just doesn't want you reselling it as your own, which I think
I have a piece of Alox's that says "Do not color me."
you do or don't.
I do.
Yeah, I remember that. That was because of us,
It's like one of
actually.
his bigger pieces.
That's awesome.
What was the opening bid for this?
$2. He said.
I'll bid 20 for this.
Well, like not you.
Feel like I'm gonna skate by because people aren't paying attention, but $20 to me.
Wonderful.
Going once. Going twice. Going 3 times. Put the time on it.
It is. Okay, nice. 924.
Whose is this?
This is Mix.
I do.
It's so stunning.
Oh, yes.
Is Mick still here? Did they have to go?
She had to go, yeah.
So I love this piece.
And what's the opening bid?
$20, she said.
I'll bid 20.
Isn't it? And then you just see the tip of the nose above the water. Like it's just really right. Is that kind of how I'm seeing it?
Can we get a closer?
Yeah. Here, first do you want to walk it, or I'll walk it? Push this. Look, I just want to hold it like this.
Anytime
That's really cool.
Right?
you want me,
The one that
They were here.
anytime at all.
Okay.
That's really cool.
I think I'll bid 25.
25.
$25 going once. Okay, it's at $25 going once. $25 going twice. I have another funny story. Can I tell you my other funny story?
Yes.
Okay. Have you ever been stuck in a loop like that? You know that loop?
So, what's the name of this artist?
Mick.
Mick. And Mick came in with?
I can't remember
Levy.
her friend. Levy.
Levy.
Yes. Nice.
So what I was trying to say to Mick and Levy was, you have to have your vax or else nobody can come in. And I said it and I realized the way that sounded was nobody is coming in without a vax, which is obvious. But what I was actually trying to say is we can't have anybody in if we let people in without a vax. And I said it like 5 times in a row, trying to express this idea that like, it's not that tonight we're not having anyone in that doesn't have a vaccine. Tonight, absolutely nobody could come in if we weren't checking the vaccines. And I tried to say, can you see the difference between those two things?
Yeah.
But I was stuck in this loop where I ended up saying I said it, and I was like, no, that's not what I meant to say. And then I said it again. It's like, no, that's not what I meant to say. And then I said it, and then Nick kept saying, yeah, I get you. I was like, no, I'm not saying it right. And so I feel like there's this poor young lady that was outside, and even though she's telling me, assuring me she understands, I was positive I wasn't saying it the way I meant to say it. And I just kept repeating myself over and over and over and over again. And I realized I'm in a loop. And actually, that's usually something I picked up from Rumble House is a lot of people coming in there in a loop, and it's just like, they have a problem, I'm listening to their problem, they have a problem, I'm listening to their problem. Then it goes back to the beginning, I'm like, nope, you're in a loop. Once we get back to the beginning, I can't keep listening because it's not going to go anywhere. We'll just go around forever. And then my friend Galen came in about 5 minutes afterwards, and he was in a loop. And so this is actually how I deal with loops is we just go around the block, and almost any problem I've ever confronted at Rumble House can be solved in the duration of walking out the door, down the alley, past loophole and back.
Matthias is laughing.
I'm laughing because I've seen it so
Let's go for a walk.
Matthias, think of that. You've been here for 9 years, and I've never had to take you around the block, eh?
I don't think so.
Right? Can I tell you guys a story about Shuja, because this is super cute? Shuja was upset with me for something, and this happens, and I love Shuja. But he wrote a rap song about hitting me in the head with a large rock. And there's some romantic references to my wife in the rap song as well, so I was really pissed.
It was less than romantic.
And he wrote it the night before the Rumble. So we had a disagreement about something, and we solved it, and I thought everything was cool. And then he posted this song, hip-hop song, about smashing my head with a rock. And then so I'm painting the next night, and Jess was on like security detail. She's like, Shuja's here, and he's got a rock. And so I go up to the front, and he's got a rock the size of a football. And I say to him the same thing I'm going to say to anybody. I'm like, let's go around the block. And so he's like, really? I'm like, yeah, let's go. So we go up the front, and he's just got a heart of gold. Like, I love him so much. But we go at the corner, and then we go into the alley, and he stops. He's like, I'm not going in the alley with you. And I'm like, you're the one with the rock. He's like, yeah, but you ain't scared. I'm like, that's cool, man. And we went around the block. We talked about how it wasn't okay to come in here with a rock after writing a poem about smashing my head with it. And yeah, we worked everything out. Now I love him, his family. And this is the life at the Rumble House. I also don't think you would mind me telling this story. I hope, because it's cute.
You told it before when he was here, just like laughing, like, ah.
Yeah, because I'm like, hey, Shuja's back. Where's your rock? And then the same night, another gentleman that smashed, he said he was going to hit me with a brick, came in. And then there's somebody else that threatened. There's two threats I get when people are stressed. And it's either they're going to smash me with either a rock or a brick. And it's either in my head or in my window. And if it came down to it, I think I'd rather a brick in the head than my window, because we've only got 2 left.
Oh.
Is there anybody at home still?
Yeah, we got.
Okay. What's this?
So this is a gift by Dusty. So we'll show this one and then her other one. So this is by Dusty.
Dusty.
So it says this is Rumble House, and the red mittens are the best. So Chelsea brought in this really cute book, Red Mittens Are the Best. And so Dusty.
What's it about?
Red mittens.
Red.
Okay. That sounds like a pretty short story.
Everything red is better.
Yeah.
Is that the story?
Yes.
Okay. The reason I ask is my friend Paul, who I
Red
just
is best.
okay, who I just sent a copy of my book to, used to be a writer. He and I were writers. He was actually the young man that inspired me to think that a young person could become a writer, because he wrote a short story that won the Calgary Herald Short Story Contest way back in the day. And it was about a pair of red mittens. That's what I was wondering if somebody read his story in the Calgary Herald and wrote a book about it.
Juice tastes better in a red cup.
The red mittens make better snowballs.
Yeah.
Hey, Galen, did we have to turn people away? Can we give them a book or something?
Do you have cigarettes?
Oh, no.
Usually we do, actually.
Oh, damn, I don't have my Vax card and I can't show my cigarettes. It's cute, though.
So the
Okay, do we have a bid for what's the opening bid for this mittens?
they're a gift to the house. So I said if we open it $10, that's very nice.
I would bid $20, please.
$20 to Chelsea.
I love that her paintings have serial numbers.
Right?
Really smart.
What did I say?
Like those grandma.
They look like, yeah, because I had a.
Do you know what I love about these mittens? Secretly in my heart, I believe they're Ernie's mittens.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
With the sweater and everything.
So far
Ernie.
it's $20 to Chelsea.
What's that, Galen? I can't do. I got a banana in my ear.
Look at this other beautiful piece by Dusty.
Maybe I shouldn't say anything anymore today.
So Dusty's
Might
mom.
go out inappropriate.
Dusty's mom has. So this is by Dusty's mom's alto sax. It's a C, tuned to C. It's called the C Melody, and this is opening at $80. Acrylic on canvas.
Oh, it's so. That's really cool.
Yeah,
When you
right?
turn it.
Then you can. Oh, there. Yeah.
I didn't notice that.
It's silver.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's super cool.
Yeah, I thought it was
Nice.
It is not.
Oh my god.
That's super cool.
How much are we in for tonight, Jess?
I think we're. I don't know. We can always
You're
keep-
only in for 20.
Yeah.
I'll bet 80.
I like.
It is really beautiful.
$80 to me.
$80. So this is by Dusty. So it's currently at $80 to Rich Teru.
It almost looks like a shadow.
I know. There's like a hardwood floor.
$80 going once. $80 going twice.
And people can text 403-629-7424.
$80 going 3 times. Sold to me, you get 10 minutes.
Okay.
Tile.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like almost like a warp or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
This is my Amelia Earhart. Just liked it better when it was gray.
Can we try the hot lights on it?
Yes. The hot lights? What do you mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
What is happening?
So it's also blacklight reactive.
And Galen was saying in May they just found the plane.
Really?
They think that.
Satellite. Oh, wow. I think it's.
Can you turn that light off now? I do things phonetically, so of course, I also it makes a lot of sense to me that if she flies an airplane, her name would be Earhart. So trying to look up her name, I was shocked to find out that her name is not Earhart. I mean, it is, but how would you spell it? Right?
Earhart.
I wasn't even close.
I don't know. I'd spell it better probably.
She probably changed the way it was pronounced.
My opening bid will be
She probably wanted to be Earhart.
$500.
Nice.
I like her song.
It's a slow night,
Yeah,
and I don't think anybody wants this, so I'm gonna put the price so high that I can keep my chin up.
Nice.
Opening bid $500.
It is very nice, Rich too.
I have a whole bunch of holes on the walls because we go through these phases where
And you
like
have
we think
sold
we're gonna
a
lose the
lot.
gallery, so
Yeah.
we take stuff from home. And so actually that octopus we had, Jess, did we put the tank up yet?
No, we can do that next.
My friend Kelly's very persistent. She would like to see her tank.
Yes.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, we had a whole bunch of holes to cover when we took down the octopus.
And I like that they're all the recent ones. We have Miriam McKebe, and they're all on this.
Yeah, they're all in the same
And
format.
they're Diglo.
Yay!
That is a really good one. It was like 50.
Okay, I'm gonna get Kelly's piece.
It's Earhart.
What if I said $5 instead of 500? I think I bamboozled that one.
Also, I think a lot of times when you say you want to keep it, people want you to keep it.
Or sometimes I say I want to keep it when I don't want anybody else to have it, which isn't exactly the same thing. Actually, you want to see the painting I really didn't want anybody to have? It's on the wall over there. It was a combination between Oliver and I. Can you bring that over?
Bomb.
It's from the number 2 Rumble 9 years ago. Oliver drew it, and I redrew it for him. And then we sold it the first night for I think about $80.
I remember that.
And then it was gifted back to me from the artist who bought it. Bong. This is actually back then. First of all, Oliver didn't even know that Bong was edgy. That was just a funny name he gave it. And we sold it again when we were desperate a few years ago. And then that person moved to Vancouver and donated it back. And then we sold it a third time. And I think partially because it had been donated back twice, it was donated back a third time. So that painting I've sold 3 times. I'm afraid if I sell it a 4th time, I won't get it back again. So I'm just gonna keep it.
Yeah.
But that one was like when I did it, I didn't really want anybody else to have it.
So
I like the look on his face.
So this is named Tank. He has a bow staff. And
Like voices skills.
right? And
What's the opening bid for Tank?
$90. The backpack comes off and it's an actual little bag or a purse. And the bow staff comes off and you can use it as your own very own bow staff. And
Also, in a pinch, if you had like
I don't even know
popcorn
what a
kernel
bow
stuck in your tooth, you could snap off one of those toothpicks and save yourself.
oh yeah.
Well, those toothpicks-
And then the hat
That's his hat.
the hat comes off.
Cool.
Yes.
That's kind of nice.
Also, you can scratch your back with the hat.
And it's UV reactive. And he has a friend too that will be in next week.
I like how you can see the eyes through the hat.
Right?
There you go. It is, yeah, honestly. it's very-
All right. So $90 opening bid for Tank.
I don't know why.
It really is.
Does he have sunflowers on
It's
it?
like almost deliberately on vacation.
Oh,
You're like,
this is like on the clothes. These are upcycled placemats.
oh, wow.
Isn't that really nice?
That's so cool.
Is that allowed to be on camera?
What do you mean?
We
Yeah,
free
It's
though.
a lamp, remember?
If you rub it, a
It's-
genie will come
It's a
out.
vase.
A vase or a lamp.
Do you want me to grab some flowers?
Or like a
Awesome.
decanter with a special hole for aeration.
Interestingly enough, I don't think that bongs were ever illegal, were they?
No.
No, they've never been illegal.
It looks like a.
For tobacco.
It's no, it's. I think you put a flower in and use this to get nutrients to the flower.
Nutrients.
Just don't drink the water.
Yeah, really.
No, I don't think there was like
I don't.
head shops that sell bongs, and
Yeah.
they were never legal to have.
They would say it was for tobacco.
It's for, yeah. It could be for-
It could be for anything though. It could be just for a beautiful shape on your wall. You're allowed to have the shape.
It's true.
It's
That's actually really
Yeah, I love it.
So this is by Zach Cardinal, and the opening bid is $100.
That's it.
$100.
Yeah. So yeah, that's really funny.
Okay.
I did. Yes.
And I have a piece by Kai. Kai Stricker. Galen's very talented son.
Is that a photo?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
it's hard to get photos.
I know that perfect timing. Oh, I can turn this off.
I just end up taking videos and then I screenshot.
Oh yeah, right.
So, Galen, do you know how Kai gets the lightnings? Does he just take lots of shots of the sky, or does he aim at them? How do you
You
do
have
that?
to aim at the cloud that you think is gonna produce it,
Yeah.
and then take a couple thousand photos.
Is Jess filling me up, or she just near me?
I hurt my wrist.
What's the opening bid for this?
$25.
What's that one called?
It is on the back.
Called Skyward Rebound, and it's with a Canon EOS Rebel T6, f8.0 aperture, 400 ISO, 1 second exposure time, 24 millimeter focal length, auto WB.
Giving all the
Only selling
secrets
one
away.
print. Yep. That's it.
Kelly bids $25 on the photo. Thanks, Kelly.
I feel like I already bought this.
No, we have the other one by Kai.
And is that St. Cyril School? Or did he go to take this?
Let me see. Because that was a long night.
I was hoping that was outside the back of your house.
That's St. Cyril. Yep.
Yeah.
We have
Nice.
some-
Can I tell you the heroic story of last New Year's at Galen's house?
You always ask us and then you tell us the story anyway.
No, just say no and I won't tell you.
Yeah, but we love it.
Who doesn't want to hear the story? So last Christmas, after 2 years of COVID, they canceled the New Year's fireworks, which was the only thing Felix was looking forward to. that Christmas. And it seemed like kind of a safe bet that they could do this and it wouldn't be the end of the world. And then they canceled it. So I took Felix out for a walk. That's a half an hour walk to where we parked the van. And he just thought we were doing like late night snow walks. And then on the way to the van, you're that friend that you have that would do anything you ask. Actually, there's a really funny meme on the internet. It was like, we got to hurt some people and you can't ask any questions. And his friend's like, what car are we going to take? That's my friend Galen, right? So being the absolute poo-poo disturber, I think to myself, all right, they were going to have fireworks. And the other thing my kid wanted this weekend was fireworks. And I bet you Galen has fireworks. I phoned him up and I go, you seem like the kind of guy that might have some fireworks. And he goes, I do. And I'm like, because they canceled the fireworks. He's like, oh, I was going to use it when I was camping. And I was like, but tonight would be a perfect night for a guy if he had some fireworks, just saying. And he's like, no. And then he's like, yes. And so I'm already like 25 minutes into this freezing cold walk to the van, thinking there's no chance that he doesn't have fireworks and he's not going to set them off. And then so Galen's on the other end of the phone kind of humming and hawing. And then I have this attack of conscience because I'm not going to jail for fireworks. He's going to go to jail for fireworks. And we're both teachers, so we have to kind of keep this shit in order. And so we're getting in the van. So I phone him back and I'm like, hey man, I hope I didn't, put like peer pressure on you to do the fireworks. You're like, no, I'm excited. And then he's like, what's that noise? And it's funny because we're downtown. He's 25 kilometers to the south in Cedarbrae, and we can both see the same helicopter from where we're at. And there's a helicopter flying around Calgary looking for people setting off fireworks. And I'm like, I'd like to say that I was the good friend that said, maybe we shouldn't do this because I don't want you to get in trouble. I'm like, it's probably fine. They're probably looking for bank robbers or something. And then Galen's like, oh, they're going up. So like both houses next to him set off their own fireworks. And then so we're committed. And then so Oliver happens to live a block from Galen, so he's not doing anything for New Year's because pandemic. COVID. And so I ring him up. I'm like, hey, get in the van. He's like, what are you doing? I'm like, get in the van. He's like, it's COVID. I'm like, get in the van. And so he gets in the van. We drive one block. And we go into Galen's yard. There's Galen with it sounds like chips, but it's not chips. He had a chips eating grin on his face, and he's just squealing. And both my kids are like, Dad, this is stupid. We went to Galen's yard for New Year's. And then they're sticking these things in the ground. They're like, what's happening? And then Oliver got to light one. I would never light one because I'm scared of fire. But something happened. I won't tell you the rest of the story. But it turned out to be the all-time greatest, most magnificent feeling I ever had with fireworks in my life. In a lifetime of global fests and all those things, and we actually live in an apartment where we can see all the Stampede fireworks from our bedroom window. Galen's, whatever happened to that backyard was by far the most spectacular fireworks I ever saw.
Oh, yay!
Whatever happened.
Whatever happened.
Whatever happened at the end of the story was by far the great.
Yeah.
And Felix's mind was blown, and Oliver's mind was blown.
So nice.
More.
All right, so I don't think this artist is coming in for a bit, and so we got one more chance to sell this one. What's the opening bid? $23.
$26.
$26.
Gas stations.
By Marta.
Yeah, I feel like.
Don't play anything.
So we said we'd sell this one for her. $26. Okay. And Alox will pick it up for her next week if it doesn't go.
Right.
All right.
This is a weird feeling. It always wonders if this is the last night of Rumble House. I hope it's just the one slow week. Next week, Jess is going topless for the Rumble.
What? So am I. Me and Galen.
Next week, we're having a topless Rumble all around.
I won't be.
Everybody away.
I mean, like, are you allowed to show up?
I don't mean undressed, you silly folks.
Just no hats.
No, she's gonna wear her low-cut Converse runners so she can run around. What is with you people? She's got high tops and low tops. Next week, Jess will be wearing the low top sneakers. Well, I can't believe you people. What is wrong with you? My wife. Not
Where's
fired,
she?
yeah.
Next up is
Not
my
fired, yeah.
Steven strain. Oh,
Shit
let's
got weird.
let's
It's
keep
a
the
rumble house.
appropriateness going.
Oh, I see
Who said
what you're
that?
Trying to do.
It's a roost.
It's a rooster. Yeah, it's a rooster.
It is a. Let me see.
Look at
What
that.
do we call it? What's
It's
the
a
title?
low. What's the title?
The rooster
The
of
rooster of the
roosters.
roosters.
Low top. Yeah.
Low top.
We're gonna walk the walk.
So this is oil on canvas, and the side is acrylic with flour to get the really cool texture.
Can I see that?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I just need anyone else to see the.
Yeah.
Okay, but all kidding aside, we do have to figure out something to draw traffic in for next week.
Is there a opening bid on stains?
What's that?
I think it's gonna be open.
Make a poster,
Like
just,
50 or
I'll send it
60.
in the school.
Yeah.
I know you're against posters, but.
I'm not against posters. I've just never seen them work.
I feel like it's.
It does.
I don't understand.
Find the evidence of the posters. I mean, they worked in Soho in the 70s for sure. Back in the day, but I've never seen anybody in Calgary follow a poster to a place. It's just part of the ritual, I think. You know. No, I think we need something bigger than a poster, but a little less extravagant than Topless Rumble.
Oh, it's so luscious. It looks so good in the.
What if I cover the floor with beach sand and put UV lights
I
in
don't
the
like
bulbs?
sand. I don't like.
And we have a bikini sand,
No.
like
Ew.
kind of like bikini volleyball.
It would be like icky. I don't like.
Again, I didn't mean that to be gross. I just
No,
like the nice
I don't
white
like-
sand on the floor.
I don't like sand.
That sounds awful.
Sand is like actually no. It's like glitter.
Next week we're gonna have a glitter rumble, okay?
I'll bring the glitter.
If you
Matthias,
thought the Dayglow was kitsch, wait till we get the glitter rumble going.
Matthias, did you want to sell try your pieces when you're
Sure. Yeah, I'm about it.
Do you ever have one of those nights when you can't finish the feed so you can delete it as quick as you can, but you're still,
so sorry.
the feed's still going and you can't delete it? Kind of like when you're running away from your home and you're tired, you're like, I haven't even turned around yet. I'm still going farther from where I need to be.
So everybody that's.
Just talk to them. Yep.
My mic, we don't want to share the mic because of COVID. No
That's
offense. Yeah.
So like it's always been, so if nobody's told you, I love you, and you're looking great today. Right. So I got some more pumpkins today because it's pumpkin season. Yeah, it has a longer stem because I'm getting better at them. So yeah, pumpkins, starting bid $20.
All right. People at home, if you're bidding, text 403-629-7424.
That's 403-629-7424. 403-629-7424.
Can I also hold it? It just looks like it would be cool to hold. Like trees.
Show and tell, exactly.
Wow. Like, this is so cool. Okay, now please take it before I.
When you do
drop
that,
it.
you just like put it.
Amazing.
I wrap it around a coil pipe or a copper pipe. So I have two of these. Both of them are selling for $20. They're not too much different. We're starting for $20.
Very pleasing.
We could never ask to hold it any other Wednesday.
Yeah, so they're kind of the same.
Nice.
I wish it's
Little guy.
Yeah. All right. So I also have this cup here. It's kind of like a whiskey cup.
Yeah, right.
And it has a bunch of engravings on it.
And like purple and green.
Yeah, it is purple and green.
What my son's art teacher would call secondary colors.
This should be colored. This should be right.
Oh, yes, the engraving.
How come that didn't go back into focus?
Did
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
did you bid on one of the
Bid
pumpkins?
on the little one, $20.
How come that hasn't gone back into focus?
Is it like
We're all just like, we need to touch the art.
Yeah, no worries.
Has it been out of focus all night?
No, it's like adjusting when there's something up there.
So it's
Can you look and
$20
see
for
that
what?
it's in focus?
$20 for the smaller pumpkin.
I think they're like the same size, Chelsea.
Are they?
I don't know.
I thought one looked smaller. I should just
And Michelle bid $20 for another one.
They're They're pretty tight.
They're pretty the same. Okay.
This one's like a tiny bit
Yeah, I
smaller, I
was gonna
guess.
say one of those.
So here, which one's the smaller
So
one?
who
This
bid on
one's a
the other
smaller
one?
one.
Smaller one. So and then Michelle bid 20 on the other one.
And sorry, how much was the cup?
The cup is also $20.
Oh, sorry.
Everything's probably gonna be $20.
Oh, that's funny.
What?
I took my glasses off. I'm like, how come the screen's out of focus?
And then
Kelly says the focus is good.
No, I took my glasses off.
I have these two things. This
I don't
one,
usually need my glasses, but tonight I
I
do.
think we do anyway.
can you shine the light over here for a second?
Shine a little light on me.
Hold, slow.
There
There.
So
Is
it's
it
really
working?
reductive. I don't know if it'll work. This one, so this one has metal on top. This one actually has metal inside, so the color in here is actually copper.
The blue.
Like
that's
it's raw
crazy.
copper, like it's not glass color like I've shown, so it's like real copper.
There. Thank you,
Yeah.
Galen.
What are the bids for these?
These are both started together for 20.
I'll bid those 20 bucks to me.
I bid 25.
Ah! $20 first going once.
No.
20 roll. Okay, fine.
You can bid me. You can bid more
No,
than $20. You're allowed.
I'm already in the hole. $25 to Chelsea.
It's called like a reduction.
Okay.
And then this one's
Trish bid $50 for a pumpkin.
Huh?
Trish bid $50 for a
Yeah,
pumpkin. How do I do
That
this?
can be mine.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So you bid 25 on both of those, Chelsea?
Like
Like
that was 25 for both of them.
both of them. Okay. And then
Or is it
Trish.
25 each?
No, 25
for
for
both.
both of these
For both.
flowers ones.
And then so it's okay. 50. Okay.
Yeah.
50 to Trish for this pumpkin.
You could go try glass.
I'm gonna bid 30 for these two.
Oh yeah, shout out to Glasshouse Experience. I started a new job. So if you want to learn how to blow glass and you want me to be your teacher, just sign up for go to Glasshouse Experience, ghexperience.com or .ca, and you can sign up for classes. I think classes are actually full
That's so
until
cool.
next year, but they fill up really quick, so that tells you how good they are.
Glass blowing would be a fabulous.
So did you bid
It's
30?
super fun. I took a group
Yeah.
that
I
I
bid
worked
30.
with as a.
Isn't this a cool feeling from the metal?
You have to
Yes.
do it
Like
as
that's
you cannot
that's
blow
real
glass
copper.
as
That's
they
your
do.
feeling right there.
So it's a perfect.
That's
feeling.
crazy.
Yeah, and then this one has
Can I
metal that
feel
is
it?
yeah,
I would be with that one person. It was
Yeah.
getting so hard.
right, crazy.
I know, that's why it's
That's
very
so
cool.
cool.
Yeah, these are like this is more. This was a science experiment.
That's awesome. Okay. Here, maybe. Yeah. Here, that, and then I'll put them.
Yeah, like not.
Okay, you want to keep the newspaper, and I'll just keep picking up boxes
Sure.
every week.
That
and then,
sounds good. Yeah, we'll just
then
flip
you
them
can
out.
like
That sounds
have
great.
newspaper for people.
That sounds good.
All right,
Trish,
have a good day.
thank you. Trish bid 50 on these two.
No, like a conceptual.
Yeah.
I know, but I'm not sure.
We took it to a very dark.
Yeah, I was being.
Trish is
Come
on.
on, guys.
Yeah. Thank you, Trish.
That's jewelry. I want to take that.
Oh, and you haven't even seen. Like,
I
Okay.
don't know if Trish can hear me, but they go really nice if you put them in your plants in the windows. And they
Oh.
reflect and it's super pretty.
Okay,
I
Trish.
was like, what do you do?
Plants in windows. Flowers.
Guys want to hear something? So it's called the place you're working for, Matthias?
the Glasshouse Experience.
Glasshouse Experience. So when you said GH,
Yeah.
it hurt my soul. Not in a bad way, but I had this vivid flashback because Rumble House is our age, right? Gorilla House was GH. And then I heard GH. I transported 9 years back to the original Gorilla House. You have those like vivid flashbacks? Like I was actually in the room. I could smell it. I could see it. All the things were, and then all of a sudden I was back here. Not that I don't mind being here too, but I had the most vivid flashback when you said GH.
True, right?
I've been there.
The Gorilla House?
Place, yeah.
You're there in our hearts. We were forward remembering you there every night.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really nice.
Okay, what do we got here?
Theo's.
Theo's, what's the opening bid?
$25.
$25.
It's called Reflections. Look how dainty it is. I know.
I actually really love this.
Isn't it? Read the back. Rich, read the back.
You always have the best stuff.
Reflections with Rocky Mountains as top border, February 10th, 1997, March 2nd, 1997.
$25?
Theo,
There's some
Theo
pieces here for you, too,
Nelson
that you
at
bought. I have
Bex.com.
some pieces you bought too here that I could, yeah. Okay.
I got 25 on that.
97.
Makes me want to make so much
Theo.
better, and then in 20 years come back.
$25 to the
Were you even born in 1997, Matthias?
Huh?
Were you even born in 1997?
96.
Oh, that's the same year I graduated high school.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness!
Before you were
November.
born.
Yay!
Older. Nice.
Want to know why I have to lie about 1997?
I'm a late bloomer.
Want to know why I have to lie about 1997?
Why do you have to lie?
Because at the end of 1996 to the middle of 1997, I worked for two companies, 80-hour weeks. So I worked for 6 months, 80-hour weeks for Lori Sheba, making a magazine called Max Mag. And then I worked for 6 months, 80-hour weeks for a company called The Source. And we made like South Park t-shirts and Godzilla t-shirts. And I made, but in 1 year, I had 2 years work experience, 1996 to the middle of 1997. And then 1997 to the middle of 1998, I finished my Alberta College of Art Bachelor of Fine Arts, and I did a 1 year writing program at Mount Royal MRU. And then after that summer, I did a 8-month business program from Alberta College of Art and Design. So I actually have 3 years of university that ended that year, and the year before I have 2 years of work experience. So between 1997 and 1998, I have 5 years of experience on my resume, which, you know, actually sounds kind of crazy, but there was no way for me to fit all that stuff into my resume. And so in 1999, I had a resume where I lied 3 times to split the years up so they wouldn't think I was nuts. Because if I said I had 2 years of experience, 2 years of work and 3 years of university in 2 years, they just wouldn't even invite me in for the interview. So I lied on my resume, and then at the resume interview, I'd say, listen, like, just as you know, this was actually all crammed into 2 years. But
Don't you tell me how much we could do back then?
Yeah, right?
I worked a full-time job, I
Where you
went to
have-
school full-time,
The-
and I'm like, where did that energy go?
I do agree with you, only I am doing it still by rumbling all night.
I know, I like, well,
Actually, I love that there's like teachers in the room tonight, because a lot of times, and I don't think they mean to, but a lot of times people will say things like, oh my God, I have to get up at 9 o'clock tomorrow. I have to go home first. I'm like, I'm going to be here till 1 or 2 in the morning.
Yeah, or like-
I have to be in Cochrane 2 hours before you have to wake up. So,
And Chelsea drives to Black Diamond.
Right.
And I'm like, yeah, it's like,
And it's not even
Yeah.
scenic anymore. It's dark.
it's not even seen it. Exactly.
Like, what's the point?
it feels like a film noir, though, I think.
That's a thing.
I listen to a lot of podcasts.
You should tell them what you listen to.
What do you listen to?
I listen to The Bald and the Beautiful, which is Katya and Trixie.
What is it?
Drag queens,
Oh, okay.
out of drag.
That's awesome.
Things.
What's the opening bid for this?
Sorry.
$80. This is by Sandra Heavens. She's been here with us online. This is watercolor. Nice, what is that? A wheelbarrow of flowers. Watercolor framed. Beautiful frame.
Where are our flowers? What's the opening bid?
$80.
$80. I'm sure this frame is worth $80. The painting's probably worth $2,000.
There's actually a really good podcast called Very Presidential. And it was during the last election. And the whole premise of it was, if you think Trump is bad, listen to how horrible all these other presidents were. And it went back like, it's very interesting.
Interesting.
It's on
So if
Spotify.
I need a good podcast.
I love Under the Influence. You ever listen to that?
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
That's a good one. All right. A beautiful piece by Sandra. And, we'll show those Roxanne pieces by Roxana.
Should we put the red light on?
When I'm tired of
Roxana.
Wait, did
Put on the black and light.
Did I get the Theo piece?
Yeah! Matthias got the Theo piece.
I'm actually happy about
Nice. Isn't that like so? I love like.
I haven't gotten a PO piece yet. It's been like, it's been a good cop. That's a good cop.
That's awesome. Got it. Okay, these are both by Roxana. Could you imagine being so just walking?
I think you're abusing that microphone.
It's worse than you think.
It's worse than you think.
It's much worse than you think, because if your name is Roxanne or Roxana or anything like that, you hear this song like all day, like, thanks, shut up. What's your song? What's the song that drives you nuts? Is there a Marlo song?
Thank God there's not. I'm the OG.
I'm gonna write a Marlo song. Chelsea, is there
That's
song
actually
with
really
that?
cute.
Wear out my name. Go ahead.
I made that song about like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Aren't you in it too, Jessica?
Yeah, I think so, Jessica. Yeah, that one covered a bunch.
All I hear is Grease.
Yes. Sandy. Yeah, Sandy. Yeah.
I'm expecting a Marlo song in 1 week. I'd like it.
Marlo, there'll be a song. It won't take a whole week long.
He's actually really good at songwriting.
I didn't realize it just now. I'm like, that's already really good.
It's already really good. You made a wish and you should expect a song to come your way. It might take just one more day.
My whole heart. You don't have my phone open.
We're just like all.
You don't have your phone. You left it at home. Sorry, I'll stop.
No, it's beautiful. No,
You know what's even more amazing? My 8-year-old who just learned to read does the same thing in the car with signs. As we drive down the highway, and he rhymes them all, and he just pulls signs off the walls and he sings them. Also, I think I told you my Richard Koopman story, but also, yeah, he as we're going down the highway, he looks at the signs and he sings them into songs that rhyme and make sense. It's ridiculous how fast his brain works.
Yeah, like some roads, like McLeod Trail is so much fun with Felix because all of the signs all the way down. Some of the streets are less.
And it's
fun,
also
but,
funny
like,
because he's 8 and he is just learning to read. So
So it's just
sometimes
like-
he just glances at the words, and inclusionism would be like inclusionism,
yeah.
but he still rhymes it like an ace.
Yeah. So good.
Rhyming is ahead of this reading, actually.
He's a cool kid.
Just so cool.
Oh.
Um,
So I get this text from his mom, and
actually,
she's like,
this is the
the
best
text goes like this. It's like,
election night.
can you swear less around Felix? I'm like, yep. I can work on that. And I'm like, was he upset? And she's like, what are you talking about? I was like, because he gets really upset when I swear, right? So she's like, can you swear less around Felix? I'm like, yep, I'll do that. And like, she's like, no, he swears all the time. I'm like, what? No. Like, he lectures me for swearing. And then he swears, and I'm like, really? Like, what kind of things does he swear? And she's like Kenny's a dickhead. I'm like,
I mean, he's not wrong.
Not wrong.
right? And then she's so sharing me like links from his homework where he's like, he's 8 and he's like writing the PPPC. He wrote, my mom says they're racist, and so I'm like, you must be kind of proud of him, I think.
Like,
you know?
that's great.
Welcome. Did you guys get buttons?
Yeah, we did.
Do you want me to put your names on them?
Personalized buttons.
Yeah, we've all got personalized buttons.
Yeah. It's just a lot more simple than like, hey, where's your vaccine papers? How do you spell your name?
So these are by Roxana. Opening bid is $12 and $15 for this one.
D-E-S-T.
Oh, that is a cool name.
I've been here a while. but
D-E-S-T-I.
N-E-E. With an acute accent, you feel
Where does it
jazzing.
go?
That you're
My sister apologized to Ash one time for swearing in front of them, and Ash's response was, "Have you met my mom?"
That's really cute.
I just like full of one-liners, and I just appreciate it. Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm just ding ding. Okay. I'm sorry. So I'm just gonna re-show some of these ones that didn't get bids on it. So this is opening at 30 for these
How does
cute.
that not get a bid? It's beautiful.
I know.
Who
little
did that?
Viviana, $30. Yeah.
that's gonna be.
Yeah.
I love her hair. Her
If
hair
she's
is
listening right now, her
fabulous.
hair is fabulous.
Hair, and I love her glasses too. I know.
This is why we need.
I mean,
There's
You
6
got a full baguette.
That's been the talk of the evening.
What is that for?
well, it's
Yeah,
for
right.
eating.
Wow.
You can't do a baguette, not on Friday.
Now needs to be a
You never
thing.
know. You're gonna need a magnet.
Like,
Maybe.
yeah, I guess just have one always.
I was gonna say, it's
It's your new
very
shit.
reliable, durable.
It's almost like a fidget, like, you
Yeah,
know,
exactly.
it's your
It's a
support
comfort.
baguette, it's your service baguette.
It's a
service baguette. I like
You
that.
just give a little. Did you just say comfort baguette?
You just put your bow tie on your baguette and
Oh,
like
that's
sit it.
good. I like that a lot.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
we need ceramics.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna
It's
say.
gonna happen.
I'm gonna go through. So this is by Matthias here. This glass and is opening $20. Just showing people at home.
I thought somebody had that. I didn't know.
Did this one go?
The cup, no.
Cup? No.
Ask about the cup because we didn't hear. But I don't think anyone had.
So this is really cool, engraved purple and green, beautiful glass.
I used cups and didn't have cats and been on it.
I know it's like the swirly is awesome, but then the engraving is really beautiful
My
too.
cats just stick their faces in all my cups, so I just learned to not use.
I'm going through.
How are we doing?
Good, I think. We're kind of. Oh, there's a few things. So I like it's only 10, but we kind of went. Do you want me to just keep pulling up stuff?
Did we run out of stuff?
No, like we have more words. Oh, Dusty said she'll bid 20 on the glass.
On the cup?
Yeah, on the cup.
So it was a bit of a slow night, and Jess is realizing it's only 10 o'clock, and we're almost out of stuff. So
Well, we.
People are like, that's so weird.
we're gonna try rotating some of the stuff from the beginning of the auction. We'll put stuff in twice, okay?
When, sorry, I haven't been here in a while. When does like, are we still allowed to come earlier? and
Yeah.
art?
So
Totally.
at 7 is when we start making art, and then at 9 we start selling it. And then we're also online. So they told you that, right? So there's a camera here and we're broadcasting. So it looks empty, but there's actually
11 people.
11 more people with us, which is kind of nice. And then, so you can actually take part online now or be here. And it's 7 and it's at 9. I'm going to put this back in. It's my Amelia Earhart. And I originally asked $500, but I was just kidding. But there's nobody here, and I didn't want to look like an idiot. So my opening bid for this is now $1,
Whoa.
and it's blacklight reactive.
Let me see. Okay, I'll go one.
Did you? Who said that? Oh, thank you.
Whoa, sorry.
I started it.
But can you put the
Yes.
put the black light on it?
Yeah.
And I'll do this.
So it's currently at $1.
I'll do $5.
$5.
And I ran out of blacklight paint, and I promised I wasn't going to do it anymore. And then I went and bought a lot more because it's just so much darn fun.
It's currently at $10 to Sandy.
Can you turn the light a little more at it?
No,
Okay, yeah.
No, she says.
Oh. So it's at $10 currently. To Sandy.
Do you see where the light is?
Yeah. It's the thing. I don't know.
Thank you. That's okay. Thank you.
Sorry.
Oh, do you keep look at you're pointing it that way. Thank you. It doesn't make any difference, by the way. It's just my brain needs to see the light in the right way.
$15 to Kelly.
$15 going once.
Oh, look at my shirt under the black light. That's exciting.
$40 to Michelle. $40 to Michelle for Amelia. Oh, there's gold too.
Yeah, and also, I don't know if this happens to you, Matthias, do you ever start with like an idea in your head, but you think you've seen it somewhere?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
So here's what triggered this. All day I was kind of like, I don't know what I want to paint tonight. I don't know what I want to paint tonight. I don't know what I want to paint tonight. And then I was teaching all day, and then there's a moment I was like, I don't know what I want to paint tonight. And for a little while, I thought I might paint a turtle. I was like, I don't want to paint a turtle, but like these ideas get in your head, and you get stuck with them. They start like floating around in your head. And the other funny idea I had was, I can't remember. It's like kids playing a board game. I was like, no. And like so sometimes these ideas sneak into my head. Kids playing a board game or a turtle. And then I opened up my computer, and it was like
$50.
Gucci or somebody had an Amelia Earhart ad up, and it's a quite beautiful ad. But I was like, no, I want to paint the real Amelia Earhart. And I had in my mind an image of her kind of standing around, and I also remembered her standing in front of her plane. And the more I looked, I kept finding these sort of fashion shots of her, and I didn't want that. And so I found this one photo of her up against a brick wall, which wasn't very flyerly. And so I painted her, and then I inserted from a different reference her actual airplane. So that I had to sort of do on the fly in my head. And then also, I really wanted her to have the goggles on her head. And I don't know if she smoked or not, but because the photo reference I was working from, she was holding onto her goggles. I took the goggles out of her hands and I put them on her head, and then I put a cigarette in her hand. So if I've somehow offended the ghost of Amelia Earhart because she was a non-smoker, I'm pretty sure she would have smoked, right? Like, and chewed tobacco.
And flew a plane at
right?
the same time.
Yeah. So I got to tell you, I'm not sure if it's historically accurate that she smoked, but that could just be a pencil in her hand. Maybe she's taking notes on her mileage or something.
Michelle just bid $60.
$60?
Should we pass these around and see if anyone wants them for $10
Yes.
each while we're doing this one? Okay.
Yes.
So Rich's is currently at $60, and these are some small pieces by Theo that are $10 each. If you would like to look at these beautiful little ink pieces, you can just pass them around. Yeah, they're really lovely. So currently at $60 to Michelle.
Here's another funny thing. When I first painted this, I was kind of embarrassed of it, and I kind of thought it was shit. And then, so I didn't really want to put it in the auction because I was kind of like, "Do you have those nights?" You're like, eh. And then I was looking at it going, "Oh, I guess I could cover some holes in my house with it." And now I'm having like seller's regret. I'm like, "Oh, I kind of like this Amelia Earhart painting." What is that? Smoking?
Earhart was the first female aviator to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean.
Lucky Strikes.
She was also the face of Lucky Strikes.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Even though she wasn't a smoker herself.
Oh shit.
No.
Oh,
she
wait. What was that last line? Lucky Strike ads debuted claiming she smoked the cigarette brand along the way during the transatlantic flight.
So you can just see that she
Lucky
probably had
Strike.
a pack of Lucky Strikes when she was on the plane.
Yeah.
And as the whole plane was going down, they were burning. And anyways.
That's so nice. So it's currently at $60 to Michelle. Yay!
Also, I have to tell you, I didn't sleep last night because I had a rough day with the kids on Tuesday. And actually, I have the sweetest kids I teach. And then all day, whenever I have a rough day with the kids, I go, that's it. They're coming to get me. They're coming to take me away. They're coming to take me away. And then the next morning, they're always waiting at my door to come and apologize that they just had a rough day and they took it out on me. And I'm kind of partially grateful that my kids know that if they're having a rough day and they're going to freak out, they can take it out on me and I'll forgive them. But I actually had the worst night's sleep last night. I didn't sleep a wink because I was like, why do the kids hate me? Why do the kids hate me? And then I got to school. They were literally lined up by the door to say they didn't hate me, which really meant a lot to me. And then I was driving home and I got like super emotional. And I was looking at my wife thinking, how did I score her? And and I don't even mean like beautiful. I just mean like, cause she holds me together when I'm losing it. And so really what I wanted to paint tonight was Jessica. Only I painted Jessica so many times. And then I wanted to paint something with the allure of Jessica, but without the beauty. I didn't want to like Barbie doll my wife. And so I was trying to think of how do I feel when I look at Jess when I'm not thinking how pretty she is. And the only thing that could come to mind was Amelia Earhart. So this is really my feminist painting of the strongest woman in the world, my wife. And if you doubt that, I can prove it.
doubting it. But
No, but if you doubt that she's the strongest woman in the world, I can prove it.
I'm not a strong.
It's a thought experiment, but all you have to do is visualize this. She lives with me. What's the bid at?
60 to Michelle.
I'm gonna bid $75.
Michelle, did you hear that?
This is the funny thing because when I'm bidding on my own piece, I actually have to put half the money into the gallery. $75 to me. $75 going once. $75 going twice.
Michelle's typing.
How fast is she typing?
10 minutes.
It's pretty fast. Things are going do.
Here's the only thing that I can live with about selling all my blacklight paintings is we got such a great deal on the octopus that I donated my bulb to Darcy when he bought it.
Michelle loves you. She said,
$70 to
I
me?
love Rich. Tell him that. If he wants it, it is his.
$75 going once. $75 going twice. $75 sold!
Yay! In a turn of events.
That was an exercise in futility. Actually, here's the funny
We
thing.
got some nice pieces.
I initially decided not to put that piece in the auction. Now I owe the gallery $35 for my own painting.
Yay!
Hey, doing what we can to keep the rumble alive. Okay.
Good. Okay. I think.
Is that the end of the night?
I don't know. No one bought Steven's rooster.
Well, we missed an opportunity
To really sell it. Can you put the light on? What is the opening bid for this big red cock?
It looks so good on the screen too.
a doodle do.
What is the opening bid?
50.
50. Now think about how great this would be to give to your father-in-law. What an interesting opening line. I wanted to give this to you. $50. Oh, my arm buzzed. Stricter.
How come they not beep?
$50 going once. $50 going twice. $50 going 3 times. We'll put this in next week.
Yeah.
Matthias, are you selling your piece? Is there anybody here that doesn't have a copy of my first book, Stop Making Art and Die? Do you guys have it?
I don't have one.
There's a couple up on your thing here too, Rich.
Where?
Up on top of your.
No, I think I'm gonna keep that actually. I like it. I don't know. I've been doing
You guys have a copy?
like the things that I do.
Thank you. Marlo doesn't need that.
So this is by Matt Breakwood. So he this is a stencil piece.
I
Opening.
traded my royalty for copies of my book.
May I give you this back?
You don't have a copy?
I don't.
I found that other thing. How did I not give you a copy?
I have no idea.
Can I ask you?
Like, I have no idea for it.
Do you have a copy?
Yes, I just love that every time I talk, you laugh. Like, I don't think I'm that funny, but it's great. So thank you.
It was really cute. Yes,
Or
you're
you're just
welcome.
really tired.
No. I just really love like everything. And then these grade 9s, they were went on homeschool. They were in my homeroom in grade 7, and so we never finished the whole year together. And then they went home for COVID, and then they stayed home for homeschool for last year. They just came back this year. They're sitting there. They're like, I forgot what it's like when you laugh at everything we say. And they just kept talking. I was like laughing from the back of my class because they were just even talking amongst themselves. And they're just really funny. And I was like, they're like, I really forgot what it was like to hear you laugh. And I was like, oh.
Like, when you laugh, I just want to laugh at it. I love the endorphins.
Eric and I just had like a laugh off earlier because I couldn't stop laughing at his laugh. And then, yeah, laughing is so good.
Can you sing us a song? Tom?
Okay, yes.
What are you gonna sing? Wait, you need the microphone.
No,
I can do this.
No, he's good. No, it's good. Don't do too long. That's good. Yeah.
No, you want it back up?
No, it's
You
perfect.
said it was good before.
I know, but it was good
You're
when I was on
dishonest.
my
Yeah.
tippy toe. Close,
We're over here.
close your eyes and I'll kiss you. Tomorrow I'll miss you. Remember, I'll always be true. And then while I'm away, I'll ride home every day, and I'll send all my loving to you. I'll pretend that I'm kissing the lips I am missing, and hope that my dreams will come true. And then while I'm away, I'll ride home every day, and I'll send all my loving to you. All my loving I will send to you. All my loving, darling, I'll be true. All my loving, all my loving, ooh, all my loving, I will send to you. Oh man, thank you everyone so much for coming, and thank you everyone so much for joining in there. And that was really nice, and thank you very much. And thank you. Oh, the Daggett has a bow tie.
Can I also take it?
Oh my goodness. So yes, next Wednesday we will do this again. 7 to 9 we make art. Bring your buttons, and it's super easy.
Yeah, if you guys can hold on to your buttons.
Yeah.
I'm all excited I didn't find it.
And then 9 we'll start the auction next week again.
Actually, no, this is a gift.
Thank you.
I'm loving it.
I like this earlier.
Great idea. It really is. It really is.
Okay. So I can good night everybody.
Oh yes, thanks for coming home.
Thank you for coming home. You guys,
Sorry?